Today started out very stressfully.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, the metro.
Hold on, I'm smiling at a camera with a salad next to my head. 1 minute. Hi, I'm Julia. Normally I make videos of myself cooking things. Well, normally I don't make videos of myself at all, but I guess I've decided to give it a try. I figured I'd do something different because I live and work full-time as a teacher in Paris during a pandemic. And I thought maybe someone might want to know what that's like. Here I am, I'm sitting down on my flowery chair that someone may or may not have died in. I'll tell that story another time. I'm gonna show you what it's like to be exposed to, about 100 students in a day, teach with a mask, live and commute in Paris. I'm gonna let old groggy voiceover Julia tell you about the beginning of it. Good morning. Obviously I was not going to film this introduction part first thing because I get up at 6, sometimes even a little bit earlier, and I'm not in the mood to talk to a camera. But apparently I can film really uncomfortably close-up photos or videos of my breakfast. It seems to be inevitable in a day in the life video that there's some kind of introspective shot of oatmeal. So here's mine. Oatmeal with raspberries, frozen raspberries that have been thawed, spread out on a plate because, hey, it cools down faster when it's spread out thin. And then I put my dishes in the sink and I fill them with water and I say, I'll do it when I get home from work. And then it's bathroom time, but I figured you don't need to see that much more of it than that. Yeah, I actually don't get dressed in my bedroom because I don't live alone and the person I live with is still sleeping at this point. So I set out my clothes the night before and get dressed outside in the light, not in the dark bedroom, because the one time I did get dressed in there, I ended up at school with my shirt buttoned wrong, and a colleague had to warn me before a class of 5th graders made fun of me for it. I could also wear any one of these. I'm a style icon. I know, I also look like a basic kindergarten teacher because that's essentially what I am. When you work in primary schools, you dress for comfort. At least that's what I do. I just want to be warm and comfortable. At this point, I'm lucky to be in the part of the year where there's still some light when I walk to the metro. There's not going to be that for long because sun doesn't come up at 7:30, 7:15 in the morning when it's the dead of winter in Paris. I'm off for 45 minutes of public transport. Transport? It is kind of daunting to be in the metro for 45 minutes twice a day when there's a pandemic on, but I just try to wash my hands a lot. Then I get to the school. The first thing I do is walk up a bunch of stairs because in Paris, when schools are getting bigger, they don't go wide, they go tall. So you just have to keep walking up and up and up. At this point, the kids are kind of getting into their classes, depending on how early I get there. And you are allowed to see their feet. There they are. You can listen to them chatter if you want to. Beyond that, you're not gonna see my students, you don't get to see my schools, because I don't want anybody creeping on them. These are innocent children. I put my stuff down, wash my hands, and then time for class. I'm hungry. I'm not so good. I'm tired. I'm hungry. Hello. Hello. Hello, how are you? Hello. Hello, how are you? I'm good. I'm great. I'm wonderful. Now that will happen anywhere from 5 to 8 times in a day. I teach with the equivalent of 1st through 5th grade. I teach about 45-minute sessions in 3 different schools during the week. Since COVID happened, lunch isn't the way it used to be. I used to sit in a little lunchroom, smushed up beside my colleagues, making fun of students and complaining about their parents. Well, we didn't make fun of students, but we did sometimes complain about them. Now, because we're all trying to be distant, I bring my lunch in a Tupperware and just eat in the teacher's lounge. The con is, of course, the loneliness. The pro is getting more work done, so that's nice. After lunch, it's back to class. Which, by the way, that lunch break here is about an hour and a half for elementary school, which is pretty nice. The class you already heard was me with my first grade class, which is called CP in France. Not all of them go that cute. I will say that I think that I'm good at thinking of fun activities, but I'm not great at classroom management. And if I have a rowdy class, I end up a lot more like this Mrs. Puff. You live and learn, you try to get a little better every time, and you try to stop trying to yell in French. It doesn't work, the kids just laugh. Once the class is over, the kids are still chitter-chattering around the school. I have a little bit of time to plan for the next day. I usually take an hour to 2 hours in the teacher's lounge to finish planning, and then walk to the metro, another 45 minutes of that, and then I arrive at home. I don't always end the day with a glass of wine, but this day just seemed like a nice one for a little toast. I drank it while I made my dinner, which is not always, but often, is a salad that's as big as my head. Now it's time to relax. And here we are, back together again, on this chair. So I figured we'd just have a chat about the end of this day and feelings, thoughts, concerns. When I go to work, I can almost pretend like it's just a normal teaching year, because apparently French scientists have reported that it transmits less between children. That is not what I've been hearing from American news sources, but I'm not a scientist, so if I can ignore the feeling of having a mask on my face all day, it almost feels like everything's the same, because otherwise there's not that many other sanitary restrictions put in place. But then I think about the fact that I have gone into anywhere from 5 to 8 different classrooms in a day. I have felt students breathe on me, students have sneezed on me. That being said, I'm young. I'm 25, I'm healthy, I don't know of any underlying health concerns. All that evidence points to me most likely either being asymptomatic or having flu-like symptoms and then recovering. What worries me is that I don't live in a bubble. I have to take public transport, so as much as I don't like the idea of other people on my 45 minutes in the metro infecting me, I also don't want to infect them. Old people take the metro, I see them every day. And it's concerning more in that sense for me. I really don't think that if I got the virus, I would get sick. But if I got the virus and I either didn't know or I did know and in hindsight thought of all the people I could have infected, that's freaky. At the end of the day, there are so many more people that are putting themselves in a worse place than I am. I work with people who are 60 years old, who are 61 years old. Not very many who are older than that, because France has an actual retirement age that people respect and are able to use. But I have some colleagues who either have asthma or their partner has asthma, and they have to worry every day about bringing that home to them. You know, I don't go to work every day thinking, oh my God, I'm terrified. But every once in a while I think, kind of wild, huh? I don't know if you'll see much else in this video. At this point, I'm just gonna drink my hot water, have some chocolate, watch TV with my cabbage, with my shoe, my puce, my flea, and then go to bed nice and early, round 10, and wake up nice and early, round 6 tomorrow to do it all over again. Ta-da! That's all. I hope you enjoyed the little video. I'm sorry that you had to watch so much cell phone footage. Anyway, thank you. Have a good day. Take care of yourself. Bye.